So welcome you all to this videos on probability. So in this video we are going to learn the random experiment and the outcomes and sample space in a probability. See, so first of all, if we discuss about the probability, what is the probability, right? Probability. So probability means what? We are actually guessing what is the chance of occurrence of something. Let us suppose take an example that today is the rainy day, means today may be the rain. So what is the chance that today the rain may be there? So we are giving some numerical value. So probability, if we are saying a statement with the help of probability, it's actually increase its weightage. If we are giving some numerical value to any statement, so let us suppose I am saying that today is 80% chance that today is a rainy day, 80%, or I am saying that today is 0.8 probability that today is rainy day. So here if we give the number that 0.8 means high chance that today may be the rainy day. So here see, it's actually improve the quality of a statement. If one simply saying today is the rainy day, today may be the rain today here. So actually in this case one person may confuse today is rainy day, but it's chance, what is the more chance that today is rainy day or not. But if we give the mathematical value that to 0.8 probability or 80% chance that today is rainy day, so actually it is the more impactful, right? So okay, fine. Before going to the probability, let us discuss about the random experiment, right? So here we will discuss about the random experiment and the learning outcomes and the sample space, right? So what is the random experiment? See, whatever the experiment we are doing, random experiment means what? We are doing an experiment in which all the total possible outcomes are known. So what we can write in random experiments, an experiment in which all possible outcomes are known. All possible outcomes are known, but but what is coming exactly that we can't say in advance. Let us suppose if we are tossing a coin. Let us suppose here we have a coin. Let us assume this is the coin here we have, right? So here we have a coin. So coin may be if we are tossing a coin, so head may become or tail may come. So it have two possibility, either it may be head or it may be tail. So whenever we are tossing a coin, it's sure that either head will come or tail will come. But what is coming, let us suppose we are tossing a coin, so what is coming this time, that we can predict. So here this is about a random experiment. So here you can say the outcomes may be what? Here the outcomes may be either head or tail. But what is coming exactly, that we can't guess, right? So guess we can, but we cannot say exactly, right? So this is actually what the random experiment. We simply just remember what is the random experiment? An experiment in which all the possible outcomes are known, but what is coming in the advance, that we can't predict. That is the simplest random experiment, so easy. Now see, what is the outcomes that you know when we are doing experiment. So in the random experiment, you know all the possible outcomes. Let us suppose you are throwing a dice. If we are throwing a dice, then what is the possible outcomes when we are throwing a dice, right? Here I am writing. So when we are throwing a dice, So when we are throwing a dice, so what is the possible outcomes? Either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So these are the possible outcomes when we are throwing a dice. So this is the outcomes here, means all the possible outcomes is called as the outcomes. And when we write all the possible outcomes in the form of set is called sample space. So simple. So what is the sample space actually? So when we write all the outcomes in the form of set is called what actually is called as a sample space. So if you want to write what is the sample space, what is the sample space? So writing all the possible outcomes, all the possible outcomes in set form is called sample space. For example, let us suppose tossing two coins simultaneously, right? So now see, when we are tossing two coins, so what may be the possibility? So first coin may show head, second coin may also show head. So this is, let us suppose, to the first coin here, and this is our the second coin, right? So first coin also showing head here and second coin also showing head. Second possibility may be that the first coin is showing head but second showing tail. Third may be first showing tail and second showing head. Fourth possibility may be both showing the tail. So these are what possible outcomes. But if we write these all possible outcomes in the form of set, so how to write in the form of set? We know we will use this curly bracket, then HH first outcomes, then HT second outcomes, then TH third outcomes, then TT fourth outcomes. So this is what simply sample space, right? Let us do the next one. Throwing a dice. So when we are throwing a dice, so what is the possibility? We all know when we are throwing a dice, either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 will come. So this is what it will be the sample space. Okay. So simple. Hopefully you got the concept. What is the random experiment and what is the outcomes and sample space. Let us try these questions. Question is given: two coins, 1 rupees coins and 2 rupees coins are tossed. Then find the sample space. Okay, fine. So either 1 rupees coin or 2 rupees coin, it's showing head and tail only. So this is the answer actually for this. This is the answer here. You can see. So what is the sample space here? Sample space. So when we are tossing a coin, either head will come, or a head tail, or tail head, or tail tail. What is the meaning of that? That the first coin is showing head, second coin is also showing head. First coin is showing tail, second coin is also showing tail. First coin is showing head, second coin is showing tail. First coin tail, second head. Means this all combination we have to write. Let us do one more question here. Question is write the sample space. Question is what? Write the sample space. Write the sample space. Sample space when throwing a dice and a coin Now see, when we are throwing a dice and a coin, then what is the sample space here? So sample space will be like that. So you can add the total possible outcomes. So sample space. So what is the sample space here? Sample space. So simple. See. So here, let us suppose here you have the coin, right? This is your coin. This is your coin. So let us suppose you are first throwing the coin, or you can first throw the dice, no problem. So first throwing the coin. So what may the possible outcomes? Possible outcomes may be either head came or tail came. These are the possibility. If head is coming, then you have to throw the dice also. You have to throw the coin also and dice also. So let us suppose head is coming. So now you have to throw the dice. So when we are throwing the dice, we have total 6 possibility, right? So we have how many possibility here now? 6. Either dice may showing here. We are now throwing the dice, right? We are here throwing the dice. So dice may show is 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So these are the possibility may come from the dice side. Similarly, let us suppose tail is coming. So again you have to throw the dice. So again the 6 possibility may be there. And here we are throwing the dice if tail is coming. So this is 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or your 5 or 6, right? So this is the 6th possibility when you are throwing dice. So simply you have to write all the wage. See here from the coin, either head or 1, head or 2, head or 3. So in this way actually we have to write all the possible combinations. So it may be head or 1, head or 2, head 3, head 4, head 5, head 6. Okay, and or what you can get here, tail 1, tail 2, tail 3, tail 4, tail 5, tail 6. So these are the total possibility here when you are doing this. Okay, so here we have not taken the consideration the order of the dice or coins. If you let us suppose first throwing the dice, so you will get, let us suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Then again you have to throw the coin. So you will get the same order. You will get in that case 1h, 2h, 3h, 4h, 5h, 6, but the combination will be same. Okay, so hopefully you get the concept. Now we'll discuss some questions, exercise questions also we will do in the next class. Thank you so much.